My name is César García. I'm the Executive Director of Canopy South. So I want to talk a little bit about how my brain works a little bit. I'm an engineer, and we're going to get to that point. But we're going to talk about the impact in the world, the laws of physics, right? And you know that my role right now is no longer as an engineer. So, but I'm getting myself ahead of the thing. So ever since I was a kid, I was fascinated by numbers. I will count them as high as I could. I will count them backwards. I will group them and divide them. I will try to find patterns of things and apply them to nature, whatever was going on. And even at that point, I knew that I wanted to do something with numbers when I grew up. Maybe a scientist, an astronaut at some point, physicist, math teacher. My mom was one. And it was later in life that I realized that math and numbers were part of something bigger. They were fundamental of explaining some of the laws of physics. And the laws of physics explain how the universe works, right? So then I learned that engineers take the laws of physics and all this math and apply it to make this world a better place. So I say, sign me up, I'm going to be an engineer, and I went to the College of Engineering at the University of Nebraska, and it was there where my mind started getting blown away, and I continued putting parallels and analogies to the science and the laws of physics to real life. It was in one of my, it was one of my engineering classes, mechanical engineering, when I first learned about the first law of thermodynamics. And you're familiar with that. It's the one that says that energy cannot be created, energy cannot be destroyed, energy can only be transformed. Think about it. The hardest part of the job, the creation, is already done, right? The universe already took care of that, an abundance of it, right? And then I get to play with that, modify it, change it, reshape it, do something, whatever I need, take from here and put together to recreate, to transform, and make something more amazing, right? And the best part of it is like no matter how hard and how bad I try to screw up, I cannot destroy it. Isn't that free you up to be like something amazing and do something in this world? But today, what I want to really talk about is about some of the laws that apply on the daily basis to be successful. And in 1886, English physicist and mathematician Sir Isaac Newton first presented the laws of motion. The first law of motion is that says that an object will not be in motion unless a force acts on it. The third law of motion says that, and the one that I'm probably more familiar with all here, is that for every action in nature, there is an equal and opposite reaction. The same thing, in an example, is cause and effect. And Newton went to say that when an example is that object A exerts a force on object B, then object B exerts an equal and opposite force on object A. The same principle holds true for our own personal intentions and desires. When appropriate action is exerted upon our personal intentions and desires, there is a reaction, there is a result, something is experienced. So simply put, it's the law of action that must be applied in order to manifest in the physical reality. It's not only about thinking the thought, or having the dream, or visioning. And don't get me wrong, those are very important things. They're a great source of motivation and inspiration. That's what we call the law of attraction. But it's the law of action, taking the specific steps that support our intentions and our higher health visions. So taking action means taking the actual physical steps towards our desired outcome, right? And how do we do that? Send that email, schedule that meeting, update your resume, sign up for class, wake up, go to the gym, whatever it is. Action along with positive intentions is what brings our dreams and our innermost visions to life. So when affirmative actions are applied upon our intentions, we're basically setting into motion the corresponding effects that's going to mold our immediate future. Now, the theory also tells us that when you set an object in motion, in a vacuum, that object will continue moving forever. There is no resistance. Reality is, in this world, that we know it's a lot of resistance. So it requires to continue applying actions, daily positive actions, in order to achieve success. Now, this is a fundamental law that teaches how to be productive and how to be agents of change. I think, it is my opinion, that is here where most people falter when trying to be successful. It might be because of laziness, because of doubts, fears, procrastination, and whatever is the case that gets in the way. It is the lack of motion, the lack of action that casts a shadow over all the dormant dreams and desires that we have. So what I do in my daily life is that I consider myself an engine of change. One of the actions I take is surround my people from the same, that can do the same for us, right? So it is this change reaction, bringing people together and affecting this world. Remember, we have everything we need. It's here and it's in abundance. We can manipulate it, and there's no matter how hard you try, you cannot screw up. So why not to give it a try?